Welcome, yogi, to this full body yin practice to relax and release tension. We'll be spending 3 minutes in each pose in this session, and I'll guide you into the poses with variations where appropriate, and then give you plenty of time for stillness. You do not need any props for this practice, though if you have blocks, blankets, and bolsters available to you that help you to be more comfortable in the poses, please do feel free to use them. We're going to start lying down on our fronts today. And so make your way down to the ground. And we'll prop up in a Sphinx pose to begin. And so the elbows can be directly under the shoulders. If you tend to hold a lot of tension high up in the back, you may opt to take your elbows further forwards to target that area. Notice the position of your head. If you're looking quite far forwards, you might opt to explore what a slight duck feels like. The chin toward the chest. Find just the right spot for you today. Relax through the legs. And then take your attention to your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Slow, steady, deep breaths. And you can start to make your way out of this pose to a rebound posture, simply lying fully flat. Rest your head on your hands. And breathe towards your belly. And just notice the sensations that arise as a result of releasing your Sphinx pose. And we'll make our way back up to a tabletop. And if you want to continue letting the hips come back to your feet for a few moments, or take some cats and cows. So a child's pose or some free movement in cat and cow. Come up and meet in a tabletop pose. Make your way into swan. So the right knee slides forwards towards the right side of the mat and kick your right foot across. And start to sink down through the hips. You can use support under the right hip if you like here, in the form of a blanket or block. I know that swan can be intense for many people, especially in this front knee. If it does not work for you, you can lean to the side and take a deer version instead, where the left thigh comes to rest at the bottom of the right foot. And you continue to fold over the right leg similarly to how we do in swan. So either of those two versions will work. Make yourself comfortable here, yogi, finding moderate intensity. So just 40% effort or so of what you're capable of in this pose, so that you can hold for the duration. Breathing slowly and deeply. Resting on your hands or forearms, or even all the way down, head onto hands. Find the version that's just right for you today. And begin to carefully rise out of your swan or deer pose. Gradually stretching it back to your tabletop, to all fours. If you'd like to stretch the right leg out at all, move intuitively and just feel into the release for a moment. When you're ready, you can start to make your way into the same pose on the other side. So left knee forwards to the left side. Kick your left foot across you. And start to walk your right foot back until you feel moderate intensity of stretch in the left hip. A reminder that if there's any discomfort in the knee, roll to your left side and slide your right thigh up to rest on the sole of the left foot. And you can fold just as we're doing in swan here in deer pose, just the same. So both those poses target the left hip, the left glutes. You can remain on your hands. You can drop down to forearms, or you can rest your head all the way down onto your hands. Make sure whatever pose you choose or whatever variation you choose remains in the realm of moderate intensity only. And just notice where you're holding excess tension that doesn't need to be there, perhaps in the hands or the shoulders, or the eyes or the jaw. Once you have felt established in the pose, you've dropped into stillness. You can bring your attention to the gentle movement of your breath again. And just an even flow. And start to ease out of the side and back into your table. And explore free movement here once again. Move intuitively. Bring both knees to the ground, lower the belly, look forwards, deep breath in. And round as you exhale, tuck your tailbone down and your chin towards your chest. 2 more of those, please, yogis. Inhale, belly down, look forwards. And exhale, round. One more time. And round it out. Make your way to a seated posture, please. You're welcome to sit up onto a blanket for more comfort here, especially if you feel a lot of tension in the hips, the hamstrings, or the inner thighs. Place the soles of your feet together. And let's go into a butterfly pose, taking a breath in and starting to lean forwards. You can rest your hands onto the floor or gently hold the feet. And remember here to come once again into about that 40% effort, not too much. Once you've found your way in, establish stillness. Relax your jaw. You can even relax through the neck and shoulders. On your next breath in, you can rise back upright and extend the legs out straight into Dragonfly. Take your time here to direct your torso towards the right leg. We'll target now the hamstrings, the back of the body, the calves. Take a breath in and start to lean out over the right leg. Once again, support yourself on your hands. If you have blocks and bolsters available, you might make a platform that you can rest your torso on over that right leg. And if you're going into only a moderate intensity of pose, you can then relax your shoulders and your head. Use your next breath in to rise up and turn towards your left leg. Take your time. Use your breath in to sit a little taller. And during your exhale, you can start to explore a fold over this left side. Brace on the hands or build a platform with your blocks to rest on, or even blocks and a bolster. Explore down to that gentle sensation of stretch, not too much, just a subtle sensation, so that you can become still, but for the movement of your breath. Let go of any tension in your jaw or in your forehead. And inhale to rise. Make your way down to the floor, lying on your back this time. And make your way into a comfortable position for a moment of rebound after those seated postures. And just allow yourself to experience what you feel. Aware of the front of your body. And equally aware of the back of your body. Let's take a twist, yogis, if you want to wiggle your feet in next to one another, and then cross your right thigh over the top of your left. You can bump your hips a little bit to the right, And let both knees drift to the left, and either rest your right foot down onto the floor or right knee down onto the floor, or put a block or bolster under there if you like support. And if the twisted legs feels a little too much, uncross your legs and let the right rest directly on top of the left for a more comfortable version. And a comfortable position for your head too. Traditionally, you might look to the right in a Hatha or Vinyasa class, but in Yin, perhaps you keep your head more neutral or even look to the left. And you could imagine your breath to be spiraling up and down the spine. Unwind to the center. At some point, unwrap the right leg from the left and realign the hips. And cross your left leg over the top of a right. You can move your hips a little bit to the left as then you drop the legs to the right. Make sure something rests on the floor or pop a block or bolster under there for support. Remember, you can always uncross the legs for you to find that moderate expression of twist. Find a head position that's just right. And then smooth, steady breaths. Just an even flow of inhale and exhale, as if it's spiraling up and down your spine. Gradually bring your knees back to the middle. And your head back to neutral. Pause in the center line. Just notice any sensations around the hips or the spine or the shoulders. And extend the legs out, either fully flat or resting over a bolster. For our final pose, Savasana. You can scan the body. A time or two from toes up through the legs, the hips, shoulders and arms, and into your face, just dissolving any tension you find. And all the way back down your body in your own time. Make yourself comfortable and allow yourself to be still. Begin to deepen your breath again. If you would like longer in Savasana, feel free to stay here. And if you're ready to carry on with your day or your evening, open up the hands big as you breathe in and your toes, stretch them out. And as you exhale, scrunch your toes in and your hands into fists. And then do that with your whole body. Stretch your arms out and your hands out and your feet out. Big breath in. And bring your knees up. Walking your feet in. You can hug them all the way in if you like. And roll to your side. And up to a comfortable seat. Rest your hands together in front of you. Thank yourself for taking time to come to your mat today. And please breathe in deeply and out fully. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, please remember to like the video and subscribe. Thank you.